Last year, the United States Surgeon General issued an advisory that calls loneliness and isolation a public health crisis. And a growing body of research shows that young people are more likely to feel lonely than older adults. Joining me to talk about how we battle this crisis of loneliness are pediatrician Ben Danielson and Loria Yeadon from the YMCA of Greater Seattle. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
This is a topic that I see and with young and with older, and so I'm so glad that we're bringing this up. Loria, I want to start with you because the YMCA has recognized loneliness as one of its most pressing issues. Why do you think young people are so lonely?
Boy,
I know it's a big question. I just asked you to
it's a big
take
question,
on.
and there's so many explanations. But I would say young people are struggling with finding their place, especially on the heels of the pandemic.
Yeah.
There are so many things that distract young people. There's social media, there's bullying, that online bullying piece. But we lost something during the pandemic with these young people. We were pushing people to be socially distant.
Right.
And so we lost any semblance of social connection during the pandemic. And it was already an issue even before the pandemic. We just widened that chasm during the pandemic. And so it really took a toll on our young people. So that's been a big part of it.
And you had mentioned connections, that
Yes.
they just weren't there and still aren't coming back.
Yes, that's right. So connection can be lacking even when people are sitting next to each other in a classroom, sitting next to each other in a cafeteria. But are they really connecting at a level where they feel that someone cares, that someone's really interested in their well-being, that they feel part of something bigger than themselves? Our young people have lost that. We got to help them get it back.
We do. Dr. Ben, from a health standpoint, and the Surgeon General pointed that out, why do you think loneliness is such a problem and what can we do about it?
Such an important set of questions.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful that the Y is really using its position as a trusted, important community anchor to be lifting up this conversation both outside of communities and within communities, because that's really where you start to get
Absolutely.
momentum for change. For me as a pediatrician, it's so important because I really see this issue as not only a present and current crisis or danger, but a harbinger of a deeper set of problems and issues that we are going to be seeing in the future.
Tell me more, yeah.
Talk about a body part. Talk about a way that you feel a sense of joy or warmth. And this loneliness crisis, I think, has an impact on that. There are studies looking at the relationship between these kinds of isolation and depression with everything from heart disease to increased risks for chronic illnesses to any other sort of long-term life-altering effects. So we're not just talking about years of life, but also quality of life when we look at this. And I really think that we're sort of in a front end of this challenge right now.
Well, so to jump off that, then if we're at the front end, how do we get in front of that crisis or problem? And what are maybe some of the strategies or tips that you would have?
Yeah.
This is where I really think community is so central.
Absolutely.
And I really hope this is an opportunity for us in partnership from the healthcare perspective, from educational spaces, from all of the other sort of social infrastructures to really see the place where community gathering can get into this sense of belonging. I was with young people 2 days ago, and they were so thankful just to be together. And what I kept hearing was, thank you for this sense of belonging. When we talk about loneliness, I think this lack of a sense of belonging is something you can't quite touch and something that you absolutely miss when it's not there.
Yes. When it's absent, right? The absence is actually palpable.
It is palpable. You feel it, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And that's why this is a huge area where the Y is working really hard. We consider ourselves this place in community, a welcoming place of belonging for all.
Right. And you always have been. It's how you started
Always
as
have
a way to
been.
community connection, right?
But in this moment, we recognize the importance of everybody leaning into this even more for the sake of our young people. We are positioning to bring more of those activities to our young people. Just be a place where they can come in. They know they're going to be safe. They know that they're going to connect with other people, other young people who are being respectful. They're going to find these activities to help them develop to their fullest potential. Their sports, they can swim, they can come and they can get a job. Right. These are such important opportunities for our young people to have to establish this sense of belonging with other young people. It's so important that our adults lean into and don't miss the signs of it. And then help their young people get connected.
Yes.
When you say signs, maybe both of you can elaborate on that.
I would say detachment is part of it. Kids who tend to be more alone. We know that a lot of our young people, especially post-pandemic, suffer more from anxiety and more mental health. So you have these dual crises of mental health and loneliness. And when they come together, boy, what a soup that's not good for our young people. And so we want to especially look at our young people who are going through mental health challenges and pay attention to that loneliness aspect in particular, because those two things coming together create even worse outcomes for those young people.
I'm just going to pass my stethoscope to you because I think that was such a perfect kind of description, wasn't it? And I think the impact, I think it's important to say also, this is not a lack of parents loving their kids. No. This is not a lack of caring or intention, but there are structural components in our society, especially the ways in which social media can have a role, but also the many ways in which it can exacerbate and amplify
that feeling of sometimes I have this community, but they're not real in the sense they're not with me. We just have a couple seconds left, but what can adults do then to help young people feel connected and less lonely?
I feel really strongly about the role of mentoring. I hope for wherever we are in our professional lives and our degrees and everything else, or whatever you're doing, there's a young person who can look up to you. There's a person you can connect with. Maybe they share your DNA, maybe they don't. But the important thing is we need to create a stronger sense of showing that we care, creating spaces to listen, and waiting for those opportunities when they show up, because boy, once a young person opens up, let's be ready. I think we need to strengthen our mental health infrastructure, I think a lot as well.
Because that soup, people. Like you said, you put those two together.
We have amazing mental health folks in our community. I know that. I see them every day. I really respect them. And we need more. And we need to be starting from community, don't we?
We do. And the YMCA has, especially during the pandemic, we have expanded our behavioral health services significantly. We have about 100 behavioral health professionals on staff at the Y. And we see a lot of young people and help them and their families through. But I want to get back to that question you asked, because this is so important.
Yes.
The one thing that I would point to is see our young people, see them, and make sure they know that they are seen. Help them to understand that they're important. Affirm them for who they are.
Yes.
Exactly who they are. Exactly where they are.
Not necessarily what they're going to be, but like who they are right now.
Thank you.
Exactly. That affirmation is so critically important. And we all can do that.
We can all do that.
Yes.
Thank you. That is a beautiful moment to end on. Before I'm just thinking of, thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. See each other.